Hello, everyone. My name is Veenu Saini, and I'm here speaking on behalf of the Law Foundation of British Columbia. This is a good time to be talking about the Law Foundation because it's our 50th anniversary year. The foundation was created in 1969. We were the first foundation in North America that was created to receive and distribute the interest on lawyers' pool trust accounts. Just to give you a sense of how much money we're talking about, in the last 50 years, the foundation has made grants totaling just under $600 million. So we are a provincial body. We were created by legislation. And as I said, we were the first one, and since our inception, there are foundations or similar structures in all jurisdictions in North America, so in United States and Canada both. So the foundation has a board of 18, and the board members come from around the province, and a staff of 12 currently. And we have a mandate that includes 5 areas. And you would have, or your organizations would have come in contact with majority of the organizations that fall within that in some way or the other. So these are legal aid, legal education. Those are the 2 areas that often people come in contact with in their frontline work. And then there are other ones, including legal law libraries, which we have a representative here from there. We fund legal research and law reform. So legal aid being the largest area, just over 60% of the Law Foundation's funding goes towards legal aid, and legal aid is defined broadly by the foundation. So it includes our largest grantee, which is Legal Services Society, and then it also includes things such as community advocates that are funded by the foundation. And these are advocates that are supervised by by lawyers in the communities and provide frontline services in various areas. There are 2 main categories of these, and you might have come in contact with them. There's the poverty law advocates that help people with their income assistance, housing, CPP, disability, those kind of applications. And then there's the family law advocates who are helping people with their family law problems. So it's also a good time to be talking about the foundation because after about 10 years of tightening our belts, we are in a fortunate circumstance of having increase in our income. So, whereas our income in the last few years have been about $17 million, and that's roughly what we made in grants. Last year, we were able to increase just about all of our grants. So we made grants in the amount of $33 million. And this was in part because of the balances that the pool trust accounts are fairly high, and also there's been a couple of increases in interest rates, as you would know. So that benefits the foundation in terms of its income. It may not benefit you individually if you're carrying any debt load. So it's also helpful for the funded groups because just about everybody got an increase last year who was funded on an ongoing basis. So majority of the foundation's income goes towards continuing programs. These are the programs that have been funded for a number of years. They still apply each year and are assessed, but generally there's an understanding that they'll continue to provide services and continue to be funded by the foundation unless there's some major issues. Approximately 5% of the money goes towards funding projects. These are time-limited things that we fund each year, and that is to make sure that we're able to fund innovation and sort of emerging needs that are not ongoing in nature. So in high income year, we may tend to not only increase our continuing programs, but also provide more time limited project funding as well. So if you or your organization has ideas about how to serve your clients better by creating some new programs or projects, you can talk to me or one of my colleagues by calling the Law Foundation. And also we have a major projects initiative. This is for projects that could be multi-year in nature. They could be anywhere from $250,000 to up to $1 million. So the foundation is hoping to fund impactful projects that that would, that are transformational in nature. So, more than producing publications or holding workshops, we're talking about things that can change, make major changes to the system for your clients. So please talk to us if you have ideas like that. So it's myself, and I'll be around after this. Later on this morning, in case you have any questions about any of that. The foundation has also increased, so we fund about 115 programs now. These are advocacy programs, including advocacy programs. So we've expanded in two main areas that would be of interest to you. One is poverty law. So, so far, the foundation, until a couple of years back, we're funding poverty law advocacy in just about every community that has a population of 10,000 people. We've expanded that to add some new communities where we knew the communities are smaller, but there is a need in the areas of poverty law. And similarly, we have expanded our network of family law advocates. We had 6 or so programs, and now we are up to 26 programs. And again, these are in the Lower Mainland and also in smaller communities outside of the Lower Mainland. Our annual report is going to be up on our website in a couple of days, probably in about a week's time, and you'll see where all these locations are. And you can also find the locations on our website and also on PovNet's website. There are a couple of other programs that I want to talk to you about. We've also expanded in the area of mental health advocacy, and this is law-related issues that people with mental health, often self-identified, might be encountering. And so those are at Kettle, and they're mostly in the downtown east side, at Kettle and and First United. And then Heather used to work with me. And we've also expanded a couple of positions in immigration area. So these are immigration advocates. There's been one at Mosaic. We're adding to ISS and Kinbrace. So ISS, I'm sure you're familiar with. Kinbrace is a smaller agency that provides assistance to refugees. In addition to funding these kind of services, we also have support for advocates. So, this is something that might be of interest to you. There are a couple of positions. There are 2 lawyers. One is here, Taruna, who will be talking about her work with family law advocacy. And there's another one at CLAS. It's called Community Advocates Support Line. So these are lawyers that are available in case you have questions about either poverty law or family law. You can contact them, and they'll be able to answer your questions. We also do training often we do our own training and also with Legal Services Society, so that people providing legal services have the most current information so that they can help their clients the best they can. There are a few public interest organizations we fund as well, which you may have come in contact with in your day-to-day work. These are the organizations that deal with systemic issues that may come up in your work. So there's West Coast Leaf, there is BC Civil Liberties Association, there's CLAS, and BC PIAC, and then we fund some environmental groups. So those are the kind of, that's sort of the breadth of our work. There's also the public legal education organizations. Now we just spoke about a couple of those. These are the organizations that either provide workshops or do publications and things like that. So check out our website, and you may be able to find the resource you're looking for there. If not, you can contact either myself or one of my colleagues or one of the panel members here. There's a wealth of information right here at your hand, in front of you. Well, thank you very much.